Hi guys, my name is Carla Houghton. I'm currently teaching my first year at SPED Academy in Jefferson County. This is my 11th year of teaching, and I've taught middle school most of that time, middle school language arts and social studies. I also helped to create a 6 through 12 charter school in Denver Public Schools for students of high poverty and migrant families. And I did that with City Year and Johns Hopkins University. That was something I was very proud of. But as I was making relationships with my students and their families, I realized how much incarceration had affected their families. So then this led me to want to discover what it was like behind bars for people in our community. So I went and taught for a year at the Denver Women's Correctional Facility for the Department of Corrections and helped women to achieve gaining their GEDs. This really helped me to realize how important our education system is in creating a really strong community and society and keeping students out of the dropout to incarceration pipeline. And I thought that it would be a great experience to teach students with emotional differences, emotional disabilities. And so that is what I'm currently doing, and that's why I am pursuing a degree in my master's in special education. This really leads me to talk about our prompts, which I really like for this week. People's perceptions of students are everything, from their families to their teachers to just the way that society treats them. And as you can imagine, children of high poverty or children of emotional differences have huge stigmas that they have to overcome. So I try to inject the growth mindset for myself, but also for my students constantly, that just because you can't learn something doesn't mean you can't learn it, just that you haven't learned it yet. So I will teach my students to overcome those stigmas and to overcome those perceptions. Also, I've had students of disability in each one of my classes, and just working with them and their families to help realize where are their strengths and where are their growth areas. How can I help them to grow in the places that they haven't grown in yet? I am a little nervous this year, though. I am working with only emotional disability students, and my class sizes are really small, and I have a huge support system, but I'm also really excited to be gaining my master's to be able to gain the tools and education that I need to do an even better job for these students, and it's very important to me. So I think my greatest accomplishment ever is having my daughter, who's now 4 years old, and her name is Liliana. A unique thing about me is that I am in a band. It's a goth industrial band called the Midnight Marionettes. I just played a show on Friday night at the Gothic Theater, and that was a total blast. 3 things that I can't live without would be my husband and my daughter, so my family, poetry and music, and then coffee. And that's about it. Thank you, and I'm excited to learn alongside everyone this semester.